Funky secret. So this level in Super Mario World isn't intended to have two exits, but we can force it to have a secret exit by changing some of the properties of the gold tape. Now, before we go into it, you'll want to have a cape, a reserve fire flower, and a Yoshi. You'll probably want to have beaten the level normally as well, so that if you mess anything up, you can press start and select to get back to the overworld and try again. But it's not strictly necessary. You could go into it and do the secret exit as the first exit. So let's go. First thing we want to do is free up some of the sprite slots. And we do that like that. I'll show you again. So when Yoshi sticks his tongue out, he ducks his head down like that. And when we're grabbing this guy, we want to hold up, because that way he won't. See the difference? Grab the guy. Whoa. That was cool. You want to do a tap jump when you reach this red berry here. And then kind of tap jump again as you get to that Koopa that just killed me. That'll give you a higher bounce off him, and you'll get over here. You want to spit the shell out as you pass this berry here. And as the shell hits the red Koopa, you want to grab it again. Then you can jump up here and spit the shell out and just carry on right. So, in full speed again. It's like that. And then we get to the first glitch. We want to drop the fire flower and spin off Yoshi. And this part is luck based, so you can just keep on trying. You want to get the camera about where it is here. And what we're trying to do is dupe this P-switch here, so that we can do some sprite slot manipulation with it. And that works because the P-switch doesn't despawn when it goes off the side of the screen, and so we can force sprites to load in certain sprite slots, and that's really useful for us. So like I say, you want it about there. And this is a frame rule based trick, so it can be the hardest part of this whole setup, just because you can't consistently do it really. So there we go. You'll see that there's a lot of P-switches now. Some of them are invisible, but they're still there, and the game gets really laggy. So we're going to put them in certain places so that we know which ones are which, and I'll talk to you a bit about that now. So you want to hold up again so that you can grab it. First one you want to put behind you, and then you want to keep on holding up so that you spit it past the others. And you want to keep on doing that with these invisible ones until you grab one again that's visible, which is that one. Drop that one down. Spit the next one out. The next three you'll want to spit down again. And then the last one you put behind you again. Now we can stomp all these. It frees up a bit of the lag, and well, we don't need them. Sometimes those ones up there can fall down as well, and sometimes they don't. It doesn't really matter either way. But yeah. Whoa. So yeah. Now we're going to do a trick called tongue storage. And the way we do that is we want to float down here, and just before we die, stick out Yoshi's tongue with Y or X, and then dismount Yoshi. You want to do that as low as you can without dying, and you want to switch from the sticking out Yoshi's tongue to dismounting him as quickly as possible as well. That's the way you're going to increase your chances of actually getting the glitch to work, and that is important. Next thing you want to do is these two P-switches here, you'll want to double grab them, and we can do that by just running into it while holding one and then dropping it so they're slightly apart like that, and then just running up like that. Sometimes that can be tricky, so you can try and put them up here, grab one, run into the other, and drop it down, and then just run into them, and you should pick them both up. If not, just try again. It's no big deal. So we're going to take these over here, run past here to the end of this ledge, and then you want to line yourself up with the edge of the P-switch with the edge of the light bit of this bush here, like this. and then turn back. And that's just camera manipulation there. You want to turn back so that you can throw these both up into the Yoshi block, and because we'll hit it twice on the same frame, it'll spawn 2 Yoshis, and that's important later. So we're going to release the fire flower from our item box, and then when it's about halfway between the cloud on the right and the bush that we're standing in front of, we're going to throw the P-switches up. If anything, you'd want the fire flower lower rather than higher, but about halfway should be fine. I pressed the wrong button there. Oh well, we can go back into it, just load the save state, it's no big deal. So we grab these, bring them over here. And then you want to jump on these. You want to mount both Yoshis and grab the fire flower again. So you saw that Yoshi's tongue went all over the place, and that's because of the tongue storage we did earlier. If that doesn't happen, you did the tongue storage glitch wrong. Or rather, didn't get it. So now what we want to do is grab one of these P-switches here. It'll be the first one you grab, so just try and grab one. And then you want to do a double tongue glitch. That's grabbing the cape or fire flower on the same frame that you stick out Yoshi's tongue. I got it first try there, but you can also... and then you want to spit it out. I'll show you again because most of the time you're not going to get it first try, and there's an easier way to do it than just keep on trying down there. See, there I was a bit too late. And that's one of the things that if you do mess up, you're going to have to try again. So I'm just going to wait here. So you can do this, and then you just press X or Y and select around the same time, and you can try and get it like that. And this is the easiest way to do it, really. So there, we got it. Spit it out. If you have fire flower and you want to switch back to cape, and then we can stomp the rest of these. Now we're just going to go to the end of the level. Probably getting some of these green berries along the way. If you get knocked off Yoshi, it doesn't matter as long as you don't get knocked off both of them. And you obviously want to remount Yoshi. These berries will give you some more time. There's more of them on the American version than the Japanese version of the game. So it is harder on Japanese, but it's still doable. We are working against the clock with this. So Yoshi has wings here because of the blue shell, but because of all the sprite slots, you just can't see them. So now we want to scroll left. It'll give us more. You don't have to scroll left here, but it'll give you more time to set up, because you'll want to stand on this exact pixel here, and that's important. I'll put a link to a close-up of the pixel on the in the description. But yeah, you want to stand on the exact right pixel. Not now, but this is what you want to do in a second, and it'll give you more time to get onto this pixel if you scroll left here. So what we're going to do is run right, get onto that pixel, scroll left, basically that. So to it kind of happens quickly. So this is one of the harder bits as well. But what you want to do is you run left so that these guys throw things at you. Get onto the right pixel, and then just before the baseball hits you, you want to scroll right, and then as the screen is scrolling, you want to hold down, right, and run, so that Yoshi won't move, but you'll be doing that. When the baseball hits you, you'll get knocked off Yoshi and instantly start running. You'll want to cape spin the baseball so that you don't get hit, and then you need to dismount at an exact place as well. Well, I messed that up. I wasn't on the right pixel there, I don't think. But yeah, so basically what you want to do is when you run, it's about here. At the start of this bush here, this is when you want to do a spin jump. And that's to dismount the invisible Yoshi and he'll start falling through the floor. I'm going to make another video at some point about why this all works, but basically he falls through the floor because of you spitting out the null sprite, and later on you'll item swap the gold tape. Yeah. So here we go. So if everything has been done right, you'll see when you get to the gold tape that it just won't be there. And there you know you did it right. So then you want to just fly back to the close to the start of the level. Once you get over this blue pipe is when you want to start going down a bit more. And as you're flying, you'll just instantly go into the gold tape. And that is the secret exit of Funky. Like I say, there'll be a link in the description to this video of a close-up of the pixel you want to stand on. I'm also at some point going to do a video about why this all works rather than how to do it. And if you have any questions at all, if there's anything I didn't make clear in this video, or if there's any trouble you're having, just leave a comment and I'll try my best to help you with it. You can also message me on Discord or Twitter. Just any way you can get in contact with me and I'll do my best to help, because this is a pretty cool trick. It's part of a really cool category, and I just want to see more people messing around with these extra exits because they're underrated, to be honest. But yeah, that's all from me, and I'll see you around.